Okay, hello guys, it's your Delta Zulu. Today we're going to be actually talking about something. I know it's been a long time since I posted, and I really wanted to get back into this grind, or at least try to just post simple things, cool things, and I don't know, like I said, as per usual, we'll see how far we get. So recently, a cool mod just came into the workshop. It's called the SkeetIR Thermal Weapon Sight, okay? Like I said, just recently came out. The last update was 10.3 of 2022. Okay. All right. This is the mod. I'm gonna link it in the description if you guys really want an easier way to find it. It's pretty cool. They got voodoo scopes. They got EOTechs with magnifier capability, and they got this pretty cool red dot. I think it looks really cool. That's me. One reason why I really love this mod is the picture-in-picture capabilities, and it's amazing. Honestly, look at these reviews. Picture-in-picture is amazing. This is amazing. I think it's great, guys. The only other dependency mod you'll need is CBA A3. If you guys usually play Arma, you should know exactly what this mod is, but I'll link it down in the description if you guys are new to Arma and want it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna add mod, we're gonna load the dependency, then we're just gonna load Arma, and I'm gonna show you guys just off of the base game exactly kind of what it's like. So we're gonna load up Arma. Okay guys, now that we officially loaded into the game, I went ahead and actually set up the first scope for us to check, and that's going to be the picture-in-picture red dot, which I think looks pretty nice. It's pretty cool. Almost kind of reminds me of the comp site, but you know, just thermal. Okay, so as you can see, it does have picture-in-picture, like I said, capability, and I think in all, it looks pretty good. So you can see, like, if we aim out on ADS and then look into the scope, you can still see inside. Pretty cool features. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to turn it nighttime, and I'm going to show you at night as well. Another thing I also really like about this is the changing of filters for each thermal sight. Actually, you're gonna have these 2 or 3 blue green, or like this green, light green, sorry, kind of film, and then you're gonna have like the dark green white film for pretty much the ones that look like this, and then you're gonna have your pretty much iconic either white and black or black and white. So I think that's pretty cool. Now, as you can tell, it had IR in the name. So yes, it does run without IR, but it's a little glitchy with certain ones. So yeah. Another thing I like to point out is you cannot use these with nods unless you're using the full screen, which is I think is realistic. I can't fully say it is because I don't know if you can use your NVGs while you're ADS to a actual thermal on your rifle. I don't know if it works like that or if not, but you can't use it in Arma. So here's this. But like I said, unless it was full picture, you can actually aim in and then still have your nods on because it's not going to affect you. So let's on ADS. Let's re-ADS, and then as you can see there on the bottom rightish, like kind of right below the cross, you can see the laser. So that's pretty cool. As you can see, every time I shoot, I don't know if you can see it, but those like white like lines, film grain coming up, it's like a it's the flash, which I think is pretty cool. It still like recognizes the flash from the rifle. And another thing about this rifle is it has a topside aiming thing. So like, let's say you don't have like the GGE Canting mod or whatever, you can just ADS on the top side of the red dot, or you could just aim from the hip. Okay, guys, now that we spawned in with the second one, it looks just like the one before, but the only difference is it's not PIP. Well, 2 differences. It also has the gray-black film, as you know. So here's the white gray, and here's the black white. That's that, pretty much in the daytime. It also has IR capabilities, as you can see. I think that's pretty cool. Personally, I like the black-white film. It just kind of looks better to me. Personal preferences, of course. Not that I see much of a, like an advantage. I mean, maybe with this one, because you can kind of see the two tones in the horizon from white to gray. It just kind of disrupts the silhouette of the person, I guess. And then with this one, you can still kind of see that two-tone of the white and gray, but I still see this target better because he's darker than both of the, two colors here. So I think that's pretty cool. And then, like I said, I'm not going to turn this this test tonight, only because it's not picture-in-picture. And, I mean, it still works exactly the same due to the thermals. So, we're just going to go ahead and shoot it. Then again, you can also see that that same thing I said before with the last sight with the gas. When the gas exits the suppressor, you can see it float up and it pops up in the thermal imaging. So I thought that was pretty cool. On to our next scope. Okay guys, as you can see, I had a little run-in with the first guy. I accidentally clicked. My apologies. But now we have the Night Force, the Night Force scope or Voodoo, whatever. I think this is pretty cool. The Arma on top, it is usable along with the thermals. So it's pretty much like the last one, except it has that different reticle and everything to it. And another thing is you can undo the thermal, flip it off to the side, and then boom. Pretty much the same thing. You can also do it while you're ADS and then on ADS. So if you want to use it in the daytime, you can do that, or you can at night have your thermals on and then use your Arma on top, or as I said before, just hip fire or cant. Now, as you can tell, these do not have the picture-in-picture capability, but it's still pretty cool. Now, once again, I'm not gonna turn at night only because there's no point. But yeah, that's gonna be the Voodoo scope. I think it's pretty cool. The only problem is I suggest running a fairly long rifle with it because it just doesn't look all that well. Plus, if you're going for semi-realism, that front weight distribution's just going to be a little heavy on the front, which, I mean, I guess that can minimize your recoil, but, then again, we're not going to get too overly technical with this. But yeah, that's the MCX with the Voodoo on top. Now we're going to move on to the EOTechs. Okay guys, now we have the first EOTech, only because I want to show all the perfect ones first. Then I'm going to get into detail about the last one, which is the EOTech with the magnifier capabilities and the red dot front. But we're going to do this one first. Now, as you can see, it has picture-in-picture capabilities. I think this is also really cool. I've said this multiple times, and I will not stop saying it because I think it's so cool. Okay, now here you can see, once again, we have the two-toned thermals, which I think is pretty cool. And then we have the, the outside view of everything. Now, from the looks of it, it definitely has a magnification, maybe 2 to 3. But other from that, it's a pretty good scope. As you can see, the EOTech doesn't have the magnification because it's an EOTech. Once you flip it up, you definitely gain quite a bit of visual on it, which is it's nice. It's nothing bad. Once again, personally, I like the black background, white fronts. It just kind of looks better in my opinion. I don't know. It's just personal preference. Once again, maybe you guys like this one. This one isn't too shabby at all, actually. Once again, it's the white with black, so that's kind of like the gray one. That's exactly what I use. Alright, enough chit-chattering. We're going to actually turn this nighttime because I kind of think it's cool to run nighttime, mainly with thermal. It just makes more sense, actually. And once again, you can see IR capabilities with this. So let's flip our sight up. Now, once again, you actually can't see flashlight with the thermals, like IR flashlight. I don't even think you can see regular flashlight. I don't even have that on. My apologies. But yeah, this is what it looks like, by the way. Oops, sorry. But yeah. So you can't use your night vision with it. Got to take it off. Now, another thing with the EOTech is the bleed in the reticle. As you can see, it's just fuzzy, which is okay, much believable, even if you're using cheaper sights. I mean, it's Arma. What am I talking about? But, you know, it just, honestly, I kind of get it. And as you can see, you can flip the red dot over. Another really cool feature that I noticed about that is when you actually look down, you can still see it. If you look above the black film on the nods, you can still see that. You can see through the thermal. I think that's really cool. And I don't think you can see anyone actually through it, like using it like that. I don't think you can see anyone, sadly. But, you know, is what it is, I guess. Okay, now we're loaded up with the magnification on the EOTech. As you can tell, nothing's too different. Still same thing, except you have the magnifier. See, the only problem I have with this now, and once again, it may just be me being a little slow. I haven't looked in the controls yet, so bear with me. But when you unflip your magnifier, you can still use this. But when you reflip that, and it kind of looks funny, but once you unflip both of them, you can't get the thermal back, which is kind of bumming me out. Once again, I haven't even looked on the controls yet to see if this is a ongoing problem or if it's just me not being, you know, big brain or smart. But it pretty much works exactly like the last EOTech, except as you could see, it was magnified. That's all it is. It's just an extra magnification for it, and there's nothing too different. In all, I give this mod a 9 out of 10 only because of this. And, well, I mean, shit, I can't be too judgmental on it. It's a perfect mod. Everything fits. It works. I haven't really had any other issues with it. And another, a slight problem is the laser with the voodoo scope. I don't know if I showed it or not. But as you can see, the laser would, like, kind of, it wouldn't actually appear until further out on the like when I aimed in. It wouldn't like fully show the laser. It's kind of hard to explain, but that's pretty much the only other problem I had with it. Now I'm going to show you guys some non-commentary gameplay, you know, just kind of show off the scopes. And I'm personally going to use the EOTech with the front red dot, only because I just kind of like that one more than all of them. And I'm going to use the picture-in-picture version just to make it just a slight bit cooler. So I thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoy the upcoming gameplay.